welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to the first SUMMERWEEN vlog. I am so stoked that it is finally SUMMERWEEN! This is such a fun readathon, and honestly, it's so needed right now because it has been hot and humid for so long now that like I'm melting and could use a bit of October in my life. And like, while that may not be the weather, I can still bring the vibes, and SUMMERWEEN's the perfect way to do that. And if you haven't heard of SUMMERWEEN before, I'm sure you have, but just in case you haven't, SUMMERWEEN is a week-long readathon put on by Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte. I believe this is their 4th year doing it, started during the pandemic, and they've just continued, and it's just a blessing. It's a way to bring the spooky season into the summer and just bring on those vibes. And there usually are reading prompts. They have an Instagram with Instagram prompts, and it's honestly like spanned so far, and like that just makes me so happy. I know so many people look forward to this, so I will have them linked below, as well as the This is SUMMERWEEN Instagram in case you want to check it out. I know we're already into it, but there's still, this being like the first vlog, there's still a few days left, so if you want to participate in the last half of the week, you can do so. And before we dive into this video, let's just talk about my TBR for the week. That way I don't have to do it in both videos and we can just enjoy the vlog. So I have my phone here. We're gonna go over the prompts and what books I picked for which one. So the first prompt is to read a book in the dark, and like I read before bed a lot of the time anyway, so honestly I'm probably going to read any of these in the dark, so that one's kind of already covered. I mean, I do have like a little book light, but like mostly in the dark, so that one's kind of already covered. The second prompt is to read a thriller. And like, did I choose only thrillers? Yes, I did. Minus my book for the 5th prompt, which I'll cover in just a second. I picked all thrillers, so like we're good. Number 3 is to read a book that takes place in the fall. So for this, I chose one of my most anticipated, and that is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. It's time. I'm so excited. I have avoided everything about this book up until this point, which I'm very proud of, so I cannot wait to dive into this. This is for sure one of my most anticipated of the entire year. I am a Riley Sager stan, even if I haven't enjoyed all of his books, and from what I believe, this does take place in the fall time. And all I know about this one is that we are following our main character who takes a job to care for this woman, and the woman that she's caring for supposedly, allegedly murdered her whole family back in the day, and she has to be her caregiver at this like really creepy mansion. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. Oh, I'm so excited. And then let's see, what is the next one? The 4th prompt is to read a book with orange and black on the cover. So either one of these next two could fit that bill. So I have She Started It by Sean Gilbert, and then I also have Burning Girls by CJ Tudor. This one is obviously, very obviously, orange, black, and white, which I just feel like totally fits the vibe of SUMMERWEEN. So like, I'll just say it's this one, but this one also has orange and black on the cover. So really, we're just here fitting it. And honestly, kind of the only one left, kind of. I mean, that's more reddish orange, but still kind of fits. And honestly, my other book really does kind of fit this too, is Where the Echoes Die by Courtney Gould. So this one's like more goldy yellowy, but still like a little bit orangey, and has black on the cover. So I just really went all out. So yeah, I'm going to be reading these other 3 as well. So we have She Started It, Burning Girls, and Where the Echoes Die, which is the new Courtney Gould. I know nothing about this. Absolutely nothing. When I say I know nothing, I know nothing about it, other than it's Courtney Gould, it's a horror slash thriller, it's YA, and I loved The Dead in the Dark so much that I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna read it anyways. Burning Girls, I know, is about a mother and daughter, I believe, and they move to this small town because the mother is going to be taking over a position at the church, and this town has a really interesting history where 2 girls have gone missing before, but then also something to do with exorcisms, so that's fun. And then this one, I know, is just unhinged friends who go away for a bachelorette party. You don't need to say anything else. I love books about unhinged friend groups, especially female friendships. Give me that toxic friend group. It's always so fun, and especially when it takes place around a wedding. I mean, this is a bachelorette party, but still, the vibes. And this takes place on an island, so like that's really fun too. So those are all of the books that I will be reading over the course of the next week. And then prompt number 5 is to read a manga, graphic novel, or a novella. And for this, I picked Mooncakes, which is a cute little fall graphic novel having to do with a witch and a werewolf, and the artwork in this just looks so stinking cute, and like I thought it would be perfect to have something fun and cute to read in between all of the thrillers, because like, you know, it can get a little dark. And like it's nice to have something that's like a light in all of that. You know what I'm saying? So those are all of the things that I'm going to be reading for this week. I am so excited for this TBR. I could have done that more gracefully, but like, whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. We're gonna have a great reading week, and even if I don't like some of these, it's still going to be the best week possible, and like, I cannot wait. So let's just go ahead and dive into the vlog. Hello! Happy day 1 of Summerween! I'm so excited. It may be like 86 degrees and just ridiculously humid outside, but we're gonna pretend that it's October for the next week, and I cannot tell you how stoked I am for that, because the summer is slowly killing me. Okay, I don't mind a little bit of warmth, but humidity, I just become a different person, and not in a good way. And it's been so humid here. So I'm so happy to pretend, like crank the AC up and pretend that it is fall outside for the next week. But before we dive into any Summerween content, we need to talk about it. Because it's Friday, July 7th. What happened today? Oh, I'll have you know that Speak Now, Taylor's version came out today. I listened to it at 6 o'clock this morning because I'm old and I cannot stay up until midnight. I just can't. Especially if I want to be like on point for Summerween, like it's not gonna happen. So 6 a.m. is my midnight, okay? So I listened to it at 6 o'clock this morning, and I have so many thoughts. I did not listen to the original very often. I should say I don't listen to the original very often because her young vocals are just so scratchy to me. Like they're so high pitched and they're so almost like strained and scratchy. So just like I listen to some songs, but the ones where she's like really like sounds like that, like Sparks Fly and Mine and sometimes even Mean and a couple of others, like I just couldn't. But now, with these mature vocals, you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be listening to this album for the foreseeable future, because oh my god, it is superior to the original in my opinion because of her mature vocals. Like, I know y'all have a soft spot for that, but like I became a real Taylor fan like Red 1989. Like I loved some songs off of Red, but like really 1989 is what did it for me. Because like I'm not like a yeehaw Taylor girl, but like I can appreciate it, and obviously this is like a totally different sound than like Fearless and Debut and whatnot. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent, but like it happened today, and this one is by far superior in my opinion. I am shocked, but like not surprised at the lyric change for Better Than Revenge. And like, I don't care. I'm not one of those people who's like heartbroken, devastated. Like, it works, it's fine. I do think it's a little bit like poetic for the song, but you know, that's just what we get because Taylor's doing this now as opposed to back then, you know what I mean? So like, we're gonna get more of Taylor now, and it's Taylor's version, so it makes sense. So like, I'm not like butthurt about it, it's fine. I also just like love some of the choices that she's made with like the instrumentals, and like, I swear that guitar lick on Dear John is like so much shorter, which is like a choice. It's a choice. And maybe I'm wrong, but like, I feel like the original, that guitar lick, like after the bridge or whatever, goes on for quite a bit of time. And I feel like Taylor's version is a lot shorter. So maybe she's trying to make a statement there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think. And then as far as vault track goes, I was a little thrown off by Electric Touch at first because the whole like touch, like, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that very much. However, once Fall Out Boy's verse comes in and you hear him do it, it sounds so Fall Out Boy, so then it just carried over for my, so I just feel like that was a grower on me. The first time I was like, ooh, it wasn't even like the first time, it was just Taylor's version of the chorus. I was like, I don't know if that works for her, but it works for Fall Out Boy, so it's very interesting. But it's definitely like, I love it still. I just am a pop punk girly, so like, I am here for it. I was very surprised at how quiet and calm Castles Crumbling was. I think I was expecting a little more like Paramore-esque, but like, it's fine. Emma Falls in Love, that beginning piano is a Billy Joel piano, and you cannot convince me otherwise. And like, I love some of the other ones. Timeless is so cute and so sad. And I cried so many times during this album, like so many times. I'll insert some clips for you because without the sound, obviously, but like, you can tell. The emotions were real. I'm so happy for her. That's really what it is. Like, whenever I hear a re-record from her, it just, like, I'm so happy for her. And, like, that's really where my emotions come from because, like I said, I wasn't, like, a Speak Now stan when it came out, but, like, I just feel so happy for her, and, like, that's when my emotions come out. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on that, at least for right now. Maybe I'll have more thoughts as the week goes on, but like, I just needed to get that out of the way because we needed to talk about it and it happened today, but like, the rest of this can be Summerween. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that for now, at least. So like I said, it's Friday, obviously the 7th. It is like 11:30 right now. I have a bit of work to do before I can like dive into the real Summerween and like tune out everything else and just read. I have to do a bit of work first, so I'm gonna hunker down for the next like little bit, and then Gabby is starting reading sprints at 2 o'clock my time, so that's gonna be perfect. 11:30, I can get my work done, eat some lunch, and then get to reading. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up first. That's a lie. I probably do. I don't know if I can put off The Only One Left any longer, but I don't know if I want to start with that. We're gonna have to make a decision later. For right now, I need to get some work done and get out of this room because it's so hot in here. There's no AC in this room. I'm dying. So let's go back in the AC and pretend it's October. It is time to start reading. Sprint start in like 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna start with The Only One Left, you guys. Like, I don't know. I think if I start anything else, I'm just gonna be anticipating that the entire time. So I think we need to start there because I have some other books that I'm excited about, but I don't want to like blow through them to try to get to The Only One Left. So I think we're gonna start with The Only One Left. I don't know if I'm ready for a new Riley Sager, but like, I am at the same time. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it.
moon, are we reading like ghosts at the beach? Weird but fucking beautiful. Warm summerween, the rain would be suitable. We're reading books tonight with the spooky vibes. But it's going down, no sound except for audiobooks, like ghosts on the beach. Our warm summerween, like ghosts on the beach. Like ghosts, I can't speak, afraid of drinks that I don't even dare to wish it. If I predict it'll be 5 stars, I'm sure that I won't like it. I'll be sad if I don't like it. I would get in the reading slump and
Yeah, we really don't have time for that right now.
I'll be reading like ghosts at the beach. Weird, but fucking beautiful. Warm summer week, the rain would be suitable. We're reading books tonight with the spooky vibes. But it's going down, no sound except for audiobooks, like ghosts on the beach. Our warm summer week, like ghosts on the beach. Like ghosts.
Way too much fun with that. Clearly we had way too much fun with that. Let me catch up on comments. I know Ghost on the Beach is very summery, right? Right? You two are like a creative dream team. Oh, freaking sweet!
just turned off the AC for you. You're welcome, okay? You're welcome, because it is hot and humid today. But we're pretending it's October, right? We're pretending. Okay. I wanted to give you a little reading update. My husband and ZD just went out on a walk, so I have the place to myself for a few minutes, and like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, vlogging in front of him is still like really weird to me. I just feel like he's always like looks over if I try to film something. I'm like, can you not stare at me while I do this? Thank you. So I figured while he's out, I'll talk to you guys, give you an update, because I have updates, okay? First, let's start with the only one left. I am up to page 208, so I read to about 160 yesterday, and then I've just been on sprints with Gabby and fam for the last little bit, so I've read a little bit more, and I'm up to page 208, which I believe is like, it's like halfway-ish, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. Who cares? And I am so enjoying this, you guys, and I'm so happy about it. Riley is back, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I feel like this is so many people like highly anticipated. They're waiting to read it for the right time, and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, and I also know that a lot of people like to keep things vague going into a Riley Sager, like not knowing a ton, so I'm just going to keep it as simple as I can. So what do we have in this one? We have a girl who, of course, is like down and out on her luck in life, right? Because that is Riley Sager. That's just the characters he does, and I think we all just have to accept it at this point, that like we probably aren't going to get another kind of character from him. Has it worked for him so far? Yes and no. So like, you know what? More power to him. So we have a girl who is like down and out and whatever with her luck in the world, and she's a caregiver, and she takes a job at this really like huge mansion, but the kicker is that the owner of the mansion and the person that she's going to be looking after is like this town legend. She's known for killing her family, kind of like a Lizzie Borden situation, which is where that reference comes in. So she goes in to take care of this woman, Lenora, and like, you know, this mansion, and there's like people who work there, and it just takes off from there. And I am loving the atmosphere of this. This mansion is like on the cliff, and like the cliff is like shaky, y'all. Like it is rocky. This mansion is like tilting, so the inside of the house is a little bit weird. Like the stairs are wonky. If you put a glass down, like your water's not straight. It's like so atmospheric. And also, the people who work in this house, like, they're all sus, okay? They're all sus. Like, you just know that, like, you can't trust any of them. And, of course, we have this, like, mystery going on of, like, the previous caregiver. She has just gone missing, which is why they need a new one. But you don't know what happened to her. And she just, like, took off in the middle of the night and, like, is gone. And you don't know why. And then there's also, like, a little bit of a mystery going on with our main character, Kit, of, like, what's happened to her in her past, and like why her life is a little bit like down and out right now, and that kind of thing. So it's all very interesting. We have a few different kind of like mysteries going on, and I'm just loving it. The atmosphere is so good, and Riley Sager's writing is like back again, okay? Like this is giving me Home Before Dark, Lock Every Door, like the top tier writing. It's giving, and I'm so happy about it. Not to say that I didn't enjoy any of the other ones, because I did. They were all, minus the last one, like all of them 3 to 4s. We're not going to talk about that, of course, but like this, I feel like he's back. He's back. This is the Riley that we know and love, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. I do have some suspicions in my mind. I do have some characters pegged that I think are more sus than others, but I'm going to keep those to myself because I don't want to ruin anything, and just know that I'm having like the absolute best time. I cannot wait to see where it goes. I have like 180 180 pages left, so let's just say 200 pages left, even though it's like a little bit less than that. I would love to finish this today. I don't know if that's going to happen though, so we'll just have to see what happens over the next couple of hours. My guess is that I'll probably end up finishing up tomorrow, so that's my update on that. And then while I was out on my walk today and just kind of like doing stuff around the house, running errands, that kind of thing, I started in on Burning Girls by CJ Tudor. And honestly, I did not know anything about this going into it. Like usual, all I knew was that I really enjoyed this cover and wanted to own it, and that a lot of people say that this is like their favorite CJ Tudor. Oh my god, the fog that is rolling in right now is eerie, but like I'm here for it. Ween. Give all the Ween vibes, please. That was crazy. It just like rolled. Anyways, distracted squirrel brain much? Yes, please. So I didn't know anything about this one going into it, but I'm really enjoying it so far. We have our main character, Jack, who is a vicar, and she takes a new position in this small town, and the small town has this history to it. These two girls have gone missing in the past, and also the previous vicar like unalived himself, but you don't know if that's actually what happened or if he was murdered or like what's going on. And there's also a lot of talk of exorcism, like when her and her daughter like get to wherever they're staying, they like explore in one of the rooms, there's like an exorcism kit. So like I really don't know where this is going. I have no idea, but I am loving the vibes of it so far. I'm enjoying the writing. It's creepy. It's a little bit haunting, a little bit chilling, and like, yes, I'm here for it. And like, who doesn't love a creepy town? But also, who doesn't love like a creepy church? Okay, maybe not a lot of people love a creepy church, but like a creepy church in like a small town, it just gives vibes, okay? It just gives vibes. So I got up to page 92 in this, so I think I'm just going to continue with the audiobook for this, and just do it like over the next couple of days or so, like as I'm doing things around the house or going out on a walk or whatever, like this will be my audiobook. So I'll keep you updated on that, and yeah. Plan is just to continue to read this on sprints. I really don't have anything crazy planned. I made a coffee. It's delicious. It's a hazelnut latte. And then tonight, I'm making my husband watch the Hunger Games movies with me. Because I reread all of the books, so I've been wanting to rewatch the movies. So I think we are going to watch Mockingjay Part 1 tonight. He's not enjoying them that much, but like, I'm having a blast, and that's what matters. So yeah, that is the plan. It's kind of a chill day after doing all of the errands and doing that. Honestly, I just want to sit in the AC and read, and like that's exactly what I plan to do. I wish I had something like more exciting or more like Halloween-y planned, but I'm not gonna lie, it's so hot that I'm just like, just chill in the AC and like let that be it. So I'm gonna get back to reading, and I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're not for real with this right now. You're getting fresh reactions, fresh thoughts. Oh my god. Riley is back, y'all. Like, I cannot. This is so fucking good. 5 stars. 5 freaking stars. This is right up there with Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't. Oh my god, where do I even begin? Okay, first of all, I was right on a few predictions. However, this bitch right here has at least like 10 twists at the end. That's like not even an exaggeration. I'm guessing it's somewhere in, like, I should have counted. It's between 7 and 10 twists. It just keeps going. Like, normally with Riley Sagers, it's like the twist happens and then there's like another one afterwards. So like maybe you predict the first one, but then he gets you in the second one. This one is like twist after twist after twist after twist. So like even though you might have guessed like 1 or 2 details, you don't know how it's going to happen. Obviously, you just kind of maybe have an inkling. But then there's another like 8 to fucking choose from. Oh my god! It just keeps going. It just keeps going. There are so many twists and turns and like the web that is weaved. Oh my god. Like, he's back. Where has this Riley been? I'm so happy. I am so happy. I also just like have to say, love obviously his writing in this. Like, it's so top tier. This is definitely, I mean, it's one of his best for sure. I also really love the story within a story. That is one of my favorite things about Home Before Dark, is we get the book in the book. This isn't necessarily a book. You're just getting pages of something. That's a little vague, but I want to keep it vague. But like, I love the story within the story. I'm a sucker for that in books. So like, yes, right up my alley. Oh my god, this is like, it just goes on and on and on. And like, when the first twist started happening, I still had well over 100 pages left. And then a few more reveals happened, and I was like, I still have 80 freaking pages left. How? But like, it didn't feel too long. It was like whiplash at the end, but in the best way. Can you get whiplash in a good way? I don't know, but that's how I feel about this book right now. Oh my god. This was so fun. So fun. I love the ending. I love where it went. It's also like so sad and so heartbreaking at the same time. And like, I love how everything just like comes together. Again, I'm trying to keep it so vague because I do not want to contain any spoilers in this video, but oh my god. I'm so happy. Honestly, I mean, is it like my number 1 favorite right now? Maybe it is. But like, I'm a Home Before Dark stan, so like, I don't know, but like 5 stars. 5 freaking stars. I am gonna say it again. 5 freaking stars. Okay? And like, I don't want to read any bad reviews. I'm just gonna bask in this 5-star feeling and just enjoy it and just like be in my 5-star bubble. I mean, a lot of my friends have given this 5 stars as well, but like, I don't want to read anything bad about it. I don't want to be like swayed in any sort of way. I just had the best time. As you could see by my reactions. I'm sweating. Howdy-hoo, friends! It is currently Monday afternoon. I have had a day of work for a client, and it was like a catch-up day from the weekend, and then I also edited this video that you are watching up until this point, obviously, to try to get myself ahead a little bit, but I wanted, now that I've like come off the just finishing The Only One Left high, I wanted to talk to you about it just like a little bit more because I forgot to say some things. Okay, I was just so in the moment that I forgot to say some things. So what I want to say is that there is a trope in this that has to do with the woman Lenora that Kit is caring for. Something to do with her that like I just love and just adds like this extra level of like eerie to her, even though she's already like a super questionable and kind of eerie character because she has supposedly unalived her whole family back in the day. And there's that whole like, there's even like a little nursery rhyme kind of situation that like the town has created about her, very much giving that like Lizzie Borden vibes. But there's a certain trope having to do with her that I just love and find so extra creepy. And so like I really enjoyed that part of it. It kind of reminded me of like one specific, and I'm not gonna like tell you what it is, but one specific Criminal Minds episode that like is, I wouldn't say one of my favorite episodes, but it's one that like I always think about and it's like ingrained in my brain, and like I'm a Criminal Minds stan, okay? So like it's always there and I like always think about it. So I really enjoyed that. And I also will say that if you've read a Riley Sager before, you know that he follows a certain pattern when it comes to his books, when it comes to the female protagonist, and then usually a male character of sorts. I'm trying to keep it vague in case there's people out there who haven't read a lot of Riley Sager before. Before my Riley Sager stans, you know what I'm talking about. One thing that I loved about The Only One Left is that it doesn't follow that typical pattern in the way that you think it does, or in the way that it typically does. There's still an element of it there, but it's not done in the typical way, and I just think like he needs a round of applause for that, because finally we are stepping outside the box a little bit. And like, yes, he like went rogue with The House Across the Lake and like that whole thing, but like this is done in such a different way that like I am so appreciative of. I loved it. I love that it wasn't that typical pattern, that it had just, I'm trying to be so vague. Oh my God, this is so hard. Just know that like it was different and I really appreciated it, because if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna spoil something and I'm gonna hate myself for it. So those two things I forgot to mention. So there was a trope in there that I really loved, extra creepy, just added this like level of eeriness to the whole book, on top of the already like kind of creepy atmosphere we have going on with this mansion and this whole family and this woman herself who's like, oh my God, it's all a little bit creepy and ominous, and like I love it. So on top of that, we also get this kind of like extra creepy element, and then, you know, we're kind of trying to see like what's happening, and then all of the twists and all of that. So I didn't touch on those in my rant before, so I wanted to do so now because I think it was important to mention those. Now that we got that out of the way, and I'm gonna shut up about The Only One Left, okay? I wanted to give you an update on Burning Girls. I am currently up to chapter 47, which is page 254. So I have about 80 pages left. So I thought it would be a good time to like pause and update you on like my thoughts so far. This I'm really enjoying. It's so creepy. The small town and like the church vibes are so creepy. And there have been some moments where like my skin has crawled, okay? Like so creepy. And I'm here for it. It's just something about a creepy church, you know? And another thing that I really enjoy about this book is our main character, Jack, who is the vicar who has come to this small town to take over the church and blah, 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 blah. She has come with her teenage daughter, and I love the relationship between her and her teenage daughter. It is so real and wholesome and like sarcastic, and I just love it. You know, they've both been through some shit in their life, life where, you know, her husband has passed away, and there's like some mystery around that happening in the book. And then, you know, she's raised her daughter on her own, and then they've had to like, she basically like uprooted her teenage daughter's life to come live in this small town and take over this church. So like there's already a little bit of a dynamic going on with their relationship, but it's really sweet and wholesome and like just your typical mother and teenage daughter things, and I really enjoy that. I also just really enjoy that Jack is made to be so human in this. You know what I mean? Like, even though she is a person of the church, she is judgmental. But like she's really judgmental. She sometimes makes really shitty choices. She like makes like really sarcastic jokes about the church and like their rules and stuff like that, which I just like really appreciate. So I'm really enjoying that about, like, I really enjoy Jack as a character. But what I will say, and like this is a me problem, not the book problem, because obviously, if you read the synopsis, you know what this book is going to be about, and that it is going to have a very, like, religion-focused kind of plot line. And for me, I think I'm just realizing that's not really my jam. So I am enjoying, like, the overall plot and the overall mystery. I just could so do without, like, the overly religious talk. And, like, I know a lot of the mystery takes place in a church. Like, I should have known, okay? I should have known there's a freaking church on the cover. So, like, and, like, it has to do with exorcisms and that kind of thing. Although that hasn't really come into play a lot, so I'm curious to see, like, where this goes. But I think I'm just realizing, like, for me and my personal taste, that, like, I won't be picking up a lot of thrillers or horror in the future that have, like, a religion-focused plot to them. I don't mind the exorcism plot so much, but just the overall arching religion of it, I just don't care. I could do without it. I'm really not that interested in it. So, yeah, I think going forward, I will not be picking books up kind of like this. That's not to say that I'm not enjoying it, and I actually really enjoy CJ Tudor's writing so far. I think the writing is really, really good, but it's just that one aspect of it, which is like so heavy in this book, is just not for me. But like, that's a me problem. I should have known, and if I read the synopsis of books, I would have known, but like, I don't do that. So I am interested to see like where this goes. I would say that as of right now, it's probably at like a 3.5 for my personal taste. I can see why other people have given this 4 or 5 stars for sure, but for my personal taste, I would say right now it's probably at a 3.5. But I am prepared to have that change in the last 80 pages. You just never know. So it could knock my socks off in the last 80, so we're gonna have to see, and I will let you know my final thoughts. The next day, and I have finished Burning Girls. I actually finished it last night, and as suspected, it is I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.5 because I enjoyed the overall plot line, I enjoyed the writing, I really enjoyed the characters, and I like where it went in the end. Something so sad and like heartbreaking about it, but also like weirdly hopeful at the same time. And there was a reveal at the end where I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. I think it was just because I was so immersed in like the story and what was going on. I didn't really make a lot of predictions because it's not as like thriller driven. It's a little bit more of like a slow burn, or a little bit more of like a mystery kind of happening. Mystery horror almost. I don't know. This is a weird one to like categorize, but I just felt like it wasn't as like, it was really creepy, really eerie, but besides that, it was a lot more like mystery than it was thrilling. But at the end, there was a twist, and I was like, I so did not see that coming, and I'm here for it. Loved that twist. So overall, I think I'm I'm just gonna land on a 3.5 for this. I can see why so many people absolutely love it and give it 4 or 5 stars, but for me, there was just so much religion in it, and again, that's a me thing, but I still have to rate it accordingly, so I'm just gonna land there. I really enjoyed my time. I will absolutely be reading more from CJ Tudor. I am very curious to read more of her backlist and like see what, I especially want to read The Chalk Man. I feel like that one, I don't know, it just seems something about it is like standing out to me. But if you have another CJ Tudor that you enjoy, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that is where I'm landing on this, and this concludes vlog number 1 of Summerween. So we're gonna close this out, but you will see me again in a couple of days with the next portion of this vlog, which will be days 4 through 7, and see what I get up to and what I think of the rest of the book. So until then, I'll see you later.